Alright. We are going to put the third coat of paint on here. One of the main reasons is like here you can see where it's black. From the undercoating here you can tell it's just very minute. But that's what we're going to be working on. Once again, start at the base. And with this stuff, you really want to take and cover it up. The coatings or coats of paint you put on here. Dad working in the background on the lawnmower. You want to say anything to YouTube, Dad?
Hello.
Yeah.
How you doing?
That's a great thing about him being retired. He can do whatever he wants when he wants, for the most part. Right? Right.
Sort of.
There we go. Paint under here. And with this gold paint, it's thick enough, like any other paint, because it is, I think, a latex-based paint, that it covers up a lot of the battle damage that I had going on, to where you can hardly see it. Ooh, that sun is warm on my back. Go. This over here. And if you're sitting outside painting your armor with a brush, if you decide to use the paints that I'm using, this stuff dries relatively quickly. Which means you can, i.e. assembly line, paint this like you would any other model or miniature for the 40K verse. And then by the time you've gotten done with the last piece, you can come back to the first piece and pretty much be good to go to paint it again. Let's turn this a little bit. As you can tell, I'm not being overly careful with this, because I don't need to be. This is one part of the armor that's pretty much all gold. Now, of course, I am going to have one of my jewel blood drops setting in here, but I still want the gold base for it. Do this. And I do want to thank people who have made comments on my channel, my videos, saying how much they're enjoying it and inspired they are, because that just tickles me pink. That other people are inspired by what I'm doing to take and work on their own or paint their own or try something new. There we go. I'm gonna spin this around. And see, it dries quickly, but not quick enough. You can't usually fix your mistakes if you do make it. Because it dries darker than it is. As you can tell by looking at it, it's a lot lighter going on than what I'm currently painting over. I'm really liking this gold, and in the sunlight, oh, it's just absolutely gorgeous. One's already painted. There we go. And of course, gold doesn't have a monotone to it when you apply it to something. So having different tones, highlights, lowlights, stuff like that, it's a good thing. So I don't really have to do any detail painting like they do on models to get the edge out, because it's already there. That's one thing I'm enjoying about this. Less work. I still might, I don't know yet. Go through and get like edging, highlighting, and stuff like that. I really don't know. There we go. All the way back down. They're all painting up one side, down the other. One reason why I'm not worried about the brush strokes in it is, according to the lore, serfs, maintenance technicians, tech priests, when his brother Astartes would come back from a crusade or a battle, he would take and get their armor repaired, repainted. And so, how would a serf in the modern case, or a servitor or something like that, paint? Brush, paint. So having streaking of the paint is plausible, at least to me, for on armor, because it would be painted to look that way, because it's all, you know, mass produced, and each chapter paints their armor the way they want, and then they customize the paint as they grow older. So, of course, it's logical that, you know, it's going to be painted. How else are you going to paint it? What do you have on hand? Never says how it's painted, it just says painted. And I seriously doubt they're gonna, you know, have a servitor, you know, electroplating armor to get it gold plated or silver plated or whatever. So to me, this is logical. Alright, well there we go. There's our third coat of paint. Yes, I just kind of slapped it on here and wasn't too worried about it, but there we go. I mean, as you can tell, this is already almost dry over here, where I applied it on this side. Alright, well, thanks for joining me today on William's Adventures for my third coating of my Iron Halo. Let's go on an adventure and create something new.